Alright, welcome back. If you're returning from the first episode, or welcome if for some reason you decide to start here. Okay, so when we last left off, I believe we were doing the trial by wind. Yes. Oh, I have a plug-in update available. I will not be using mods throughout this. This is just for when I am on my other account. Thank you, Delamid. Okay, so where do I need to be? I need to be back here. Oh, that's right, yes, I left off. I grabbed that 8th rod and left it there, so. Let us go and speak with Wolfie and learn about wind. I do believe I've also been doing my hunter's journal, but I may be a little underpowered to deal with level 13s at the moment. Not that it matters. You mean? Stop being mean. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Oh, and I've joined a fate. Carry on baggage. Oh, it is more of these vultures. Ah, here we go. Hello, Wolfie. Brother Isumiyan sent word to expect you. It shall be my pleasure to instruct you on the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed? Pray forgive my hesitation. It was but recently that I attained the title of Hera and, well, you are my first student. Aww. Yes, I believe I have a suitable task for you. To the east of Sweet Bloom Pier there is a small spring, giving rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of the honeybee swarm which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhap you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your study. I sympathize, but trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will deepen your understanding of wind. Well, I guess we just have to take their word on it. And now back to Wolfie. Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more. guess I smushed them. Tell me, did you happen to notice many of the Vile King's preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I ask because there were none. Strange then, is it not, that the bees should choose to congregate there? And what has caused this aberrant behaviour? Still your mind and reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless creatures along in its wake. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such a disturbance bespeaks corruption. Return to the spring near Sweet Bloom Pier and search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjuring to disperse it. I feel this could have been a text message. Oh, I did not know that this was a solo instance. Well then, let us fight air with air. Oh, I have backup. Well done. The wind no longer keens its frustration. Let us return to Full Flower. I must apologize for exposing you to such danger. The corruption was greater than I anticipated, but it is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, what did you learn as you struggled within the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed that wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of earth. Why would you ask me what I learned and then give me the answer? Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with wind's capacity for patient destruction. No land is a stranger to its power. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lessons you have learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested itself at such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I would have taught you had it not. Yet the growing frequency of such phenomena begins to concern me. While it is true that the calamity wrought much harm upon the Twelveswood, I suspect some other forces at work here. I bid you remain wary. But enough of these ominous ramblings. I regret to say that your time with me is at an end. Return to Stillglade Fane and inform Brother Isumi of your newfound mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending me such a willing first student. And back to the old Griddy we go. And then I believe the next one will be at level 15, which means I can push the MSQ until I level up. Welcome back. The elementals inform me that you have opened your ears to the voice of the wind. That is well. Having made allies of 2 elements, you are well on your way along the path of conjuring, though full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. Oh, and here's Sylvie. They made you study wind, why bother? Did I ask for your opinion? You don't need wind to heal things, whatever those dreary lessons tell you. Conjuring is inextricably bound with nature, Sylvie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume by your presence here that you have once again abandoned your tutors. You must understand, if you persist in casting spells without the proper knowledge... I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn conjuring the same way she did, and become just as great a conjurer, you'll see. Again, why did you join this then? Why did you join the guild? But I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother Isumi. I wanted to tell you that I've discovered how to cast rays. How? What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do, what you risk. You are meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of the name Conjurer and banish you from our halls. Do I make myself clear? I'm still trying to figure out why she joined your halls to begin with. Why must you be angry with me? It's not as if I'm trying to hurt anyone. But that's Sylvie, my dear child. That is precisely the point. You look younger than her. Okay. My apologies. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. As you have just heard, Sylvie's mother was also a conjurer who was unable to use any spells outside the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylvie seeks to emulate her in every way. It is a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all that we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylvie to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I fear my inability to set her upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I am only glad that those same feelings have not hindered you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe that you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power, and more shall be yours should you persevere with our art, as indeed I hope you shall. Yet, however much you grow, however powerful you become, remember that ours is a power borrowed, not taken. Oh, good lord, that's what my character looks like? Before you depart, I should speak with you on of one further matter. Thus far you have completed 3 tasks to my satisfaction. I would officially recognise your efforts by granting you leave to join the other guilds. Gridania is home to guilds representing lancers, archers, leatherworkers, carpenters and botanists. Should any of these paths appeal to you, you are free to seek membership at the associated establishment. I but ask that you bear one thing in mind. While man is given to curiosity and want to explore new paths, only through focus may he attain true enlightenment. Naturally, it would please me most if you placed conjurer above other pursuits. Regardless of the path you choose, however, I have every confidence that your deeds will be the honour of all concerned. Go now and seek your destiny. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall and the wind guide your path. Ooh, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I might go with the gloves because they're at least the highest level. Armory unlocked. Yay! You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in AOZ that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. I intend to. And I love unlocking classes. Yes, it's nice. Alright, now, so trial by water is unlocked at 15. So I will continue with surveying the damage. Where is that located? Central Shroud. That's right, I got some stuff. There we go. And update that gear set. Yes, I can include that. I can kind of see why the surveyor fled sign of them. There's a surveyor's rope. And here's the last of the surveyor's instruments. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? I have all of your crap. Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelves Wood. If we are to survive these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Yay, I got more stuff. Okay, now, from what I remember, the cow takes up the head and the body. So I will take that. And then yay! Oh, and I learned lucid dreaming. Nice. No, over there, please. I do believe I'm starting to look like a conjurer. Pauline, what is my next mission? A soldier's breakfast. Pauline at Gabonose Bower needs an adventurer to cull the growing analog population as well as gather one of the Scalekin's eggs. Don't you have any experienced soldiers for that? I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elements, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. The numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era, you see, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt, and also serve as a warning to the anoles to remain within their territory. But I am afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break this spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs and you will have played your part in returning balance to the forest. Wait, what hand only has 3 fingers? A hand usually needs 5. And there are so many of them, my goodness. Now I need to find out where they're keeping their egg. I am going to anger all three of those. Possibly four. Nope, okay, maybe I can just do it one at a time then. And now I've stolen one of their babies. Ah, you have returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed. You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver it to... I'm not even going to attempt that. At the bannock. Animal eggs are both large and filled with nutrients, the perfect meal for a soldier. She will be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. Oh, you know, the bridge was super close, but... meh. I just got 2 extra letters. Okay, I might actually have to find a delivery Moogle to figure out what is going on with that. As far as I know, I don't think I've purchased anything. Hello, Sub? Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Another delivery? I'm not certain I should be the one to... By Nofika, that's an anal egg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. And you say Hera Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the annals are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me. Okay, so that's actually worse than what I have. So I will go with the bronze pieces. Just something to sell. Ah, Galfred. Hello there. Thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? You say that like I've got a choice in the matter. Spirit hold broken. Galfred, chief instructor at the Bannock, would entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit hold. Interesting. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true. A shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel the XIV incursion in the West Shroud, nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the XIV somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you will help us. What am I going to say? No? I knew you would not let me down. You have all the support I can muster. Which apparently is just me, myself, and I. Now, we are racing against time, so you had best make haste. Thank you, Galfred. Alright, Spirit Hold. Down this way. And a little this away. A bit more this away. There we go. Oh, these are part of my hunter quest. Okay. And I can accept the next conjurer quest. Alston. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? Here at Instructor Galfred's request, you say. Thank the matron. Doubtless you already know this, but a towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked the hero in the midst of the ride. Most of his party has been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see them out of harm's way. I assume you're just going to be standing at the entrance cheering encouragement then. Thank you. Worried wood whaler? A great shadow towering over me. What in the 12's good grace? An adventurer. Please, you must save the hero. Yeah, I'm working on it. Galfred sent you? I am no longer of use here. Pray help the hero in my stead. Overwrought wood whaler. Away, vile fiend, away I say. I defy you, I defy you. Oh, an adventurer. We were ambushed in the midst of the ritual, and then, I'm not sure what happened. Oh, and a fate. Nice. Cool-headed conjurer. You were sent to help? I fear you are too late. The ritual has failed. I must needs return to Gridania. The Seed Seers must know of this. Confused conjurer. That thing was no elemental, but a being born of darkness. The hero languishes alone in the depths. You must help him. Injured hero. Alright, let us see if I can do this. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. It will be stone against stone. With a touch of wind. but are you strong enough to withstand this? Never has the golem been so sorely tested. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Thank you for stating that I am the main character. Damnation, he has eluded us yet again. Thank you, Papa Plaps. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Is this our first time? More birds. This makes it how many times today? 7? Their movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes, yet we must be prepared for the worst. Withered, the same fate has befallen emerald moss. It is as we feared. Dalaman's anomaly is affecting life in the 12's wood. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Guardians have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Louiseau forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. Back, stupid things. These stupid things happen to be the very latest in Sharlayan innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the 12's wood's barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones. Just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Ramu, didn't they? Do you ever think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. And then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. Ah. Ida, look. Golly, and what is this exactly? Yet another disturbance in the aether, and freshly manifested at that. It seems to be emanating from Lifeman's stump. We must hurry. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is that the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. The bad news, it concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the 12's wood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides by the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hero to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the rite of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the 12's Wood's eternal guardians. But you have more than done your part. We shall see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Alston. Alliston? But where are my manners? I am Papalimo, and the tactless woman beside me here is... Ida! Papalino and I are surveying the 12's Wood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? Wait, there is something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. I fought my way in, I'll fight my way out. All this happened in Spirithold. 12 preserve us. Who was the masked mage, and by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfred. The matter warrants a full investigation, if I am any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gridania and seek out Mion. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on our behalf. All the way back to Gridania. Mother Mion. Welcome back. A little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern, if ever there were one. It is only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Until the heroes have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable compensation for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodation here at the guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoino whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. Inn rooms now available. Yay! For the second half of your reward, I offer you path to fame and fortune. Guild Levs. Guild Levers? Guild Leaves? I'm going to call them Leaves. Guild Leaves are records of various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontran? That person is our Guild Leaves official or leavemate. Leavemate. Here at the Carline Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. Guild Leaves now available. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend that you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we are talking about you. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things from you, young man. No. Thank you. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under the duty in the main menu and will also be displayed automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable to your present class and level. Yay! Alright, and now to complete this MSQ. Welcome to the Carline Canopy, a place of respite for adventurers like yourself. As you may imagine, the Twelves would have scarcely begun to recover from the devastation brought by the calamity, and Gridania wants for all the help it can get. I hope we can count on yours. Though I will not deny there are many among us who view outsiders with suspicion. If you play your part, they will come to see that adventurers are the... Okay, I must have clicked a little too soon. What is my next one? On to Bent Branch. Impressed by your progress, Mione wishes to send you on to Bent Branch Meadows, where you will find further opportunities to learn. How is my favourite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl, sir. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you first walked through my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Bent Branch Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see at the Bannock, the men and women out in Bent Branch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Bent Branch is also home to a very usefully situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. And what better time than the present? Leave the city via the Blue Badger Gate and continue to the southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it, and when you spy an aetheryte in the distance, you may congratulate yourself on having successfully found Bent Branch Meadows. If you so fancy, you may also make use of the Chocobo Porter service, doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Chocobo Keep Singer should not hesitate to lend his birds to a capable adventurer like you. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Katha, the head Chocobo Wrangler, when you arrive. Okay, I'm also going to head to the Conjurer's Guild to pick up my next quest from there. Trial by water. Brother Isumiyan wants you to learn about the element of water. It is good to see you again. By the aura you exude, it is plain you have grown further as a conjurer. The time has come that you acquaint yourself with the third element of our art, water. For the first part of your lesson, you are to take this flask of pristine water and pour it at the foot of the hedge tree found near Hawthorn Hut. The water's purity will draw forth the corrupting entity that is siphoning the tree's life force. Dispatch this being and then speak with Brother Joaquin or Josine? Josine? I'm gonna call them Josine, at the Hawthorn Hut. As you might expect, he is a conjurer with a fine ear for the murmurings of brook and stream. Listen well to his advice if you would learn to master the element of water. Yep, thank you. Okay. So unfortunately I'm going to have to cut this one a bit short here. I might just take myself to an in room to log out now that they're available. Okay, and now that I'm in this inn room, which, by the way, gorgeous. Oh. Fantasy inns. Amazing. I will say thank you for watching, and when we pick up next, we will be doing Trial by Water and continuing on with the MSQ. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.